Good morning, 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 everyone. Rise and Shine will begin in just a few minutes. We're streaming today here on Facebook and on Zoom. So if you're watching us right now, please call, text, open your window, yell out the window, tell all your friends that Ed and Rex and Ronnie and Kami are here for you today with our good friend Eric Esteban. But before we get to Ed and Rex, let's introduce two great members from our executive board. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Ronnie and Kami.
Rise and shine, everyone. Good morning, Ronnie.
Good morning, Kami. You look like you're in a magically, snuggly, comforting place right now.
I am. The other side of this is my work world. So I don't know how it happened that I'm somehow in a pillow fort this morning. So,
well, I feel like all of us are feeling, we're rising up on this beautiful Saturday morning and a feeling.
We just had a little bit of rain.
Yes, we had a tiny bit of rain. Me and Kami are in the Los Angeles area, so for that's like a magical unicorn. Oh my gosh, there's rain. Kami, you've lived in LA for a little bit, right?
Yeah, I've been here since 2001. So that's
for a long bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many umbrellas do you own?
0.
There you go. When I moved here from the Bay Area 3 years ago, I had 2 umbrellas and I've used them a total of two times. So it really is a magical place. And it's like, if you guys can see outside, like the sun is shining, it's really great. Well, we have a great show for you guys this week. We're happy to be here for another week. I think, Kami, I think it's time to bring out the hosts.
All right, let's do it.
All righty, hosting live, rising and shining with you today. We have, let me take one and you can take the other, Kami. I'm going to try to point to where they think they're going to be. Ready? I have Rex Sambaga. Is he?
Ed,
oh no, he's
Ed Malillian. Where are those guys? There you are.
Hey guys.
Thank you, Kami. Thank you, Ronnie.
Thank you, guys. Rise and shine.
Rise and shine, everybody. Thanks to Kami and Ronnie for our
Thank you, Ronnie.
Introduction.
Thanks, guys.
Should I hide back in my pillow since you guys are on now?
Okay,
I think they can take it from here.
Now we have to go to work and Kami gets to go to sleep. So now we don't like Kami right now. She gets to
enjoy the pillows.
You guys are such gentlemen.
Enjoy the pillows.
All right. Well, thank you to our good friends Kami and our good friends Ronnie. And here's my good friend Rex. Rex, isn't it a great Saturday morning to rise and shine in America today?
Hey, Ed. I mean, what a way to kind of like, we're in our 3rd episode, season 1, and today is a definite historic day in our country. And what better way to connect with people on this historic day? And we're only in episode 3, dude. Who would have known?
Absolutely. It's a historic day because, of course, we all know that today is the world premiere of Lumpia with a Vengeance from our good friends Patricio and AJ. We want to wish them good luck. It's also a special day in America because, we'll get to that. But we'll get to that one later.
Yeah. I just shout out to all the cast and crew for Olympia with a Vengeance. They've got their world premiere over at the Hawaii International Film Festival, and it's going to be running all this month in November. And I'm so proud of them for getting the film done, and so proud of them for accomplishing. There's going to be many more film festivals, especially when we go into 2021. But I'm just so proud of them that they were able to get Hawaii. Our brothers and sisters out there in the islands, they get the taste of lumpia.
I saw lumpia, the first one, at UCI.
Yes.
Is that where you saw it also, Rex?
No, I saw it. I believe it was during the Asian American Film Festival, LA Asian Film Festival, because they were celebrating the 10th anniversary of the first one, and so they were able to convince the festival people to have their anniversary screening there. And it was so funny because I was literally my first time watching it. And as they say, when you talk to the director and the producers, that they call it the ultimate home movie, which it really was. It was definitely the definite home movie and everything. And how it took them, 7-8 years to even complete that. You literally saw the characters age in front of you on screen, which was really very funny.
It was
no braces. I don't know.
It was a true, it was a true indie film, and it was a film that depended on a lot of volunteerism and donations. And speaking of which, don't forget, guys, that FilAm Creative is part of the wonderful world that produces Rise and Shine. And if you like FilAm Creative's great programming, like Rise and Shine, and like our great executive director, Ronnie, produces all year round, please consider Venmoing us $5, $5, 5 pesos, at our wonderful Venmo over there at FilAm Creative. And if you do not have Venmo, you can just open your window, yell outside, Rex, how do I do it? Kami, how do I do it? And they will help you out with that. We definitely appreciate the donations to FilAm Creative, since we're a nonprofit.
Rise and shine. This is Kami. I hope you're enjoying the show. Did you know we have a mailing list? And did you know that you can contact us if you want to say hello to Ed, Rex, Ronnie, Veronica, or even me? Just send us an email at RiseAndShineFAC. That's one word spelled out, RiseAndShineFAC@gmail.com. Again, that's RiseAndShineFAC, all spelled out, @gmail.com. Join our mailing list so you can be the first to find out about the latest Rise and Shine news.
Hey, Rex here with Rise and Shine, and I want you to do something for me. Help support Rise and Shine by liking, subscribing, and following the show online. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, all under @RiseAndShineFAC. So follow the show on all social media platforms on all one word @RiseAndShineFAC. Thanks again for all the love and support, and tell all your friends about Rise and Shine.
All right, so our guest today is our third guest for Rise and Shine. He is best known for this show, and I have to show off. That's right. I have the shirt.
Yes.
And you know what? I have the shirt, and I'm going to say that's when I met him. I met him because I didn't have enough money to buy it. So I gave him my Flip Good shirt, and I traded it out. He probably doesn't remember it. But anyway.
No, I do remember. Holy shit, you got that shirt.
All right. He does remember it. I love it. All right. Well, before he's just our voiceover guy, he is best known for this wonderful show, Mini Pacquiao. And he's also on the podcast Crazy Funny Asians. And he was recently crowned the Karaoke King on I Can See Your Voice. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to bring him out. Here he is. Let's, everybody in virtual land, applaud for our good friend Eric Esteban. Woo! How you doing, Eric?
Oh, I'm great, guys. I'm great. I am great, as you can tell from my background and my hair. Today is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. And like the idea that we were able to like time it out this way. I mean, really, like an hour after the announcement, we were able to like, because
we rise and shine.
Bro, we rise and shine. But
yes, we did.
I it's funny because, you know, I've been doing these videos, the miscellaneous and Brown videos, and it's I mean, yes, I Can See Your Voice and you know, Mini Pacquiao and all that stuff is great. And it trips me out that you still have that t-shirt. I don't even know if I still have that t-shirt. Thank you so much. That's awesome. No, that's really cool. That was a great shot.
That means he ran out. He ran out.
But you know, the miscellaneous and Brown videos that I've been doing for FilAm's for Biden have probably meant more to me than any other project that I've worked on. Probably because I was a political science minor in college. So I've always loved politics. So like to do it on today, at this moment in time when we are all now celebrating the fact that we can say that we, beat this dude and he's going to be out sooner than later. In fact, I don't even care if he concedes. I'd prefer that he just gets pulled out dragging and screaming. I don't care. Let him. I'm like, I would love it.
I believe the candidate said to effect that the government is handled to take out trespassers. I believe that was one of his official statements.
I'm good with that. So. I'd rather make that way. I'm fine. I'm cool. We fought for two. Like I said, the videos that I did with FilAm for Biden and I started the show Miscellaneous and Brown. It like Crazy Funny Asians, the podcast kind of evolved into Miscellaneous and Brown. And so once Ted, our mutual friend, Ted Benito, asked me he's like, can you do 2 videos a week starting when the RNC starts? And can you make them funny? And I'm like, for real? Can I swear? And he was like, no, you can't swear, just like you guys said. So I'm not going to swear. You guys can watch my other stand-up videos if you want to hear me swear. Yeah. But really, like it's almost I'm honored to be on the show Rise and Shine on this beautiful morning in America. And it's almost like a finale to all the videos that we did. And I mean, I saw that you guys had John on the other time, and I had John on to interview him and talk to him about FilAm for Biden, and I got to talk to my sister, and I mean, the first episode for me was I got to talk to Rex. I mean,
the other Rex.
Well, is that the lesser Rex?
I get a bunch of Rexes in my life, but no, I got to talk to Rex. I mean, when you get to speak to one of your comedic influences about something that's affecting your community, and you both use your comedy to, hopefully propel yourself, but also propel your community, as I've tried to do throughout my whole career. I mean, that's what I did with Manny Pacquiao.
We got you.
So it's just, to me, it's like this. It's almost this. Even this, just the interview is like the culmination of all of it, because here I am at the pinnacle of the FilAm creative community. We're talking about Lumpia 2. We're talking about. I mean, it really is a wonderful time to be a Filipino artist, and it's like Joe Coy selling out the Staples Center, and it really is like our time of Renaissance, I think, and then like even in the show that I just did, I Can See Your Voice, there were 2 Filipinos on that.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, Rex here with Rise and Shine. Did you know that you have not 1, not 2, but 3 different ways you can check out the show every week? New episodes drop every Tuesday on our YouTube channel at RiseAndShineFAC. And you can listen to this podcast dropping every Wednesday by downloading Rise and Shine wherever you find your favorite podcasts. And if you want to watch us produce the show live, don't forget that we tape on Saturday mornings on Facebook Live, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So that's 3 ways you can improve your Rise and Shine diet every week: YouTube Tuesdays, Podcast Wednesdays, and live every Saturday on Facebook. Thanks again for watching and listening to Rise and Shine.
Rise and Shine. Hey everyone, this is Ed, and I got a question for you. Did you know that Rise and Shine is only one of the many things produced by FilAm Creative? That's right, FilAm Creative has been producing great stuff, like Rise and Shine, for over 10 years. If you want to learn more about the premier Filipino American organization that has been the #1 advocate for the Asian American entertainment community for over a decade, then visit our website at filamcreative.org. That's filamcreative.org. Learn more about the organization that produces your favorite show, Rise and Shine.
We did 5 one-on-one interviews with Rex,
Wow.
JR de Guzman, John, my sister Sophie, who owns Broom Street General Store, and then Christine Corpus. So we had a bunch of really cool FilAm actors and comedians. And then I did 15 edited videos where I kind of like did it, my best imitation of like a Trevor Noah or Jon Stewart, and cut.
Oh yeah, doing your commentary kind of stuff.
Yeah. And I'll tell you this, man. You know what was the most? Like I said, all of it was. It's a culmination, but I really did find my voice with these videos. Like I'm like, okay, I have to write jokes every day on a daily basis and try to figure out a way to finagle these, this footage and these jokes in with my commentary to figure it out. And I really do feel like I understand my comedic voice even that much better now making these videos, just like I did, when I made Manny Pacquiao. I mean, no matter, I think the more I go in Hollywood, and I've been in Hollywood now since 2006. I moved here from, and I did Magno and all these things. And every step is another step. And even like everything is as long as you're going forward, you can't be mad. You can't. Yeah. And hanging here, sitting with you guys with this background and sipping coffee is pretty ideal.
I mean, knowing you as a stand-up comedian stuff. I mean, how big was Rex Navarrete for those people who don't know? Rex Navarrete, the other Rex. He and I called the yin and the yang because we were. But how big was he as an influence? I mean, how big was he as a mentor to you in finding your voice?
He gave us permission. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I came up at Second City and Improv Olympic in Chicago, predominantly white ensembles, and I would bust into a Filipino accent or even a Latin accent, like a Puerto Rican accent or something, and they would enjoy it, but they would enjoy it just for the accent's sake, not for the, cultural commentary.
The novelty.
I get it.
It was just the novelty of the voice rather than, the
insight,
the appreciation, and the cultural appreciation for it.
Right. Like I'm not trying to fault them at all. It's not like they didn't do this or they didn't do that. It was more of, they didn't have the perspective that I have. Like when you come up as a Filipino American, you have a perspective on this country that other people don't necessarily have. And if you share that, sometimes they don't get it. And Rex gave us permission to talk about us. He gave stand-up comedians, all the people who came up with Rex during that time, when you're seeing these people, they're like, yes, it's cool to talk about yourself, because that's what stand-up comedy is. It's your testimonial. It's your experience, and it's your perspective on the world. So if you're not allowed to, have some Filipino-ness in there, then you're really not giving your 100% self. And I think Rex, because he, did Marites and he did all these, he did the Filipino accent on stage for the first time. That was the first time I saw it. And so
he did characters. He did Filipino characters.
Correct. Yeah. I mean, he did what Eddie Murphy did.
Yep.
Because all Eddie Murphy's characters were just characters, part of his culture growing up. His father, his uncle, his auntie, whoever it was, right? And it's the same with us. It's our titas and our titos. And, like my joke with Tito Chito, and how, I have the bit where Tito Chito discovers Tinder. And because, I mean, what would happen if a horny Filipino uncle really got his hands on some Tinder? He'd be swiping left and right and getting all crazy, being happy when he got matched. It's just the truth.
But Eric, you bring up a great point about about having the voice being heard. I moved to Los Angeles in the early part of the new millennium. And, I used to love to go to places like Laugh Factory, and people like PK would host those Asian nights. And I would get to meet people like PK, Joey Gila. And, it would be a very Asian audience. But then, sometimes you would get to go hear a comedian. I remember from Debut, I saw Bernadette Balagtas do a set. And she did it in a Beverly Hills setting, which really wasn't, like the jokes just did not go over as well. I mean, and the content was great. No disrespect to her, but people like Rex, they gave, like you said, they gave comedians a chance to get their voice heard, and it carried over to a bigger audience. And now, all these new generations of comedians, they're the beneficiaries of people like Rex Neverready.
Right. And then the idea that I was able to literally personally thank him one-on-one and be like, yo, dude, it was Eddie, you, and Jon Stewart, or else I wouldn't have been a comic. Wow. And like to be able to actually say that to him in the context of defending our country and defending my ideals as a person and as a father and everything. I mean, it's straight up a dream come true. I mean, wow. And when you put all of it all into context, I almost feel guilty, right? Because we're going through a pandemic, and it's a lot of people are going through the Filipino nurses are on the front lines, and here I am celebrating that. Yep. I get to meet my mentor and make these funny videos that bring more attention to myself, and then I get to sing Summer of '69 terribly on national television. I mean, all of it converging together is like I said, it's all I can say. Your
first real six string.
Hi, this is Walter Boholst. I'm proud to be one of the co-founders of FilAm Creative and serve as a member of the board of directors. In case you didn't know about us, I'd like to share with you our mission statement. FilAm Creative Incorporated educates and advocates for the Filipino American entertainment community and all looking for a collaborative workspace in order to achieve greater representation and career advancement. Although we're based in Southern California, FilAm Creative's reach can be felt worldwide. If you're interested in joining us behind the scenes to produce or promote our many programs and initiatives, visit our website at filamcreative.org. That's filamcreative.org. And contact us to learn how you can join our cause. For students, we also have internships available for you to gain valuable experience. Visit us to learn more at filamcreative.org.
Rise and shine. Hey guys, it's Ed. Thanks for listening today. And did you guys know that Rise and Shine is part of the FilAm Creative umbrella and that we're a registered nonprofit? And as a nonprofit organization, FilAm Creative depends on generous donations from fine folks like you to help us to continue to produce great programming like Rise and Shine. Please consider making a donation to help produce shows like Rise and Shine. Our Venmo is at FilAm Creative. That's at FilAm Creative. And if you don't do Venmo, but you still want to donate a few quid to us, then drop us an email at RiseAndShineFAC@gmail.com. That's RiseAndShineFAC@gmail.com, and we'll help you out. We at Rise and Shine appreciate your generosity. Every dollar helps.
Eric, you talked about working during the pandemic. What kind of challenges obviously the challenges are kind of obvious that we can't do a lot of live performances. So how are you keeping busy? How are you connecting with your audience? Obviously, you made a lot of the videos for Biden, but moving forward, how are we, your fans, going to be able to continue to connect with you?
Wow, it's funny that you asked that question because the Miscellaneous and Brown show started out as just videos for FilAms for Biden. Like if you watch the shows, like from the first episode until the 15th episode, you can see where I'm like, oh wow, this is kind of a show. And you see me like I'm like, oh wow, I could probably do this on a regular basis and even just comment on pop culture and use it as a joke writing exercise for myself. So I'm gonna have Miscellaneous and Brown season 2 will be coming. I'm gonna probably take a break for a minute and kind of celebrate this win and kind of formulate a strategy and maybe even shoot some sketches to go along with the show. But yeah, I'm thinking about continuing on with this, because if for nothing else, it's something for me to do while we're here and stuck in quarantine, because, you know, I mean, I've already turned down 2 different live-esque shows where you have a group of comedians go to this theater, and then the theaters, it's live streamed so that the comedians get to be on stage. And I even turned that down because
wow,
I mean, I've lost 5 people to this.
yeah.
You know, I've had 5 people that I cared about. Like, I don't want to mention names because, you know, it's
fine.
Put people's business. But one in particular, I had a show last year during Filipino American History Month in Chicago. It was my first stand-up show back after 5 years of, you know, learning how to do it. And it was like my first comedy special. It's my comedy album. That's my, I titled it Go Back Where You Came From, because the opening joke was, you know, the president told all the brown folk to go back to where they came from. So here I am, Chicago, you know, like that.
Chi-town, baby.
That's right. And
Chi-town, baby.
And so I don't even know where I'm going with this, but I just, it's so hard to realize that we're probably going to be a year before theater's back. Even now that Joe won, yes, we're going to finally have a proper response to this pandemic, and we probably have regular testing and everything else. It's still going to be at least, you know, we have to be realistic. It's not like a switch that we can flip and it'll be done. But, you know, as a person who I thrive on, I started as an improviser at heart. Mm-hmm. So my mantra in comedy is always just yes and, you know, I'm gonna agree with what you say and contribute my part, right? That's my comedy. That's always been my comedy. And part of that yes and process when you're on the stage is the response from the audience. And when you don't have that, you know, and you got to unmute yourself and do a Zoom show. It's
challenging.
It's challenging. It's heartbreaking. You know, it's heartbreaking.
It is. And the thing is, I mean, we've touched upon this. I mean, and you made mention of this. It's kind of like, so we last saw you on the screen with the Fox show. I Can See Your Voice. Mm-hmm. And, you know, just tell us the quick story, how you got that. And I saw it online. I saw the episode. And I'm like, that's Eric. I think that's Eric. Yeah, that's Eric. And I'm like, my first question was, how did he get that gig? And I'm so happy that, you know, you posted something, Eric, about how Ken Jeong, one of the hosts of the show, how he tried to, you know, prompt you to plug, you know, your stuff and everything. But how did you get it? How did you get that appearance? I mean, that was pretty freaking awesome.
Well, I mean, when you talk about convergence and blessings and all these things, I mean, so this time last year in October, because I always gauge my year and all my projects and all my creative projects towards October, mm-hmm. whether it be like Mini Pacquiao or Fight Club for One or any of the projects that I've worked on, even like a stand-up show or like a big tour or something like that. I'm always going to focus on October because it's Filipino History Month.
That's right.
And so I always want to make history during Filipino History Month. That's just my goal. Every time October 1, okay, let's make some history. Let's figure it out.
That's right.
Let's do something. Let's do something that nobody's ever done, right? So last year, I got, by happenstance, I'm on Instagram, and a casting director from America's Got Talent reaches out to me and says, you've been doing this Crazy Funny Asians podcast. Do you think you could put together a comedy showcase of stand-up comedians? And I'm like, heck yeah, I could do that. I do that every month, you know, for my stand-up show. And she's like, can you do it as an all Asian Pacific Islander, you know, all API? And I'm like, yeah, I could do that. How many do you think you can get? I'm like, at least 50. And she's like, what? And I'm like, at least 50. And she's like, I mean, I hope I can probably get, I know off the top of my dome right now on my Instagram, I could probably pick out 30 people that I know I'd be proud to put in front of you. And she's like, okay, cool. So then I organized it and I put it together and I got a date at the Brew Yard where I do my Miscellaneous Browns Karaoke Comedy Spectacular and where I do my regular show. And I got a date, and then 40 Asian Americans, stand-up comedians, all got 3 minutes to do their showcase in front of the producers of America's Got Talent. And and so then from that, I developed a relationship with the casting director, and she was like, hey, she reached out to me and she's like, you should be on this show. And I'm like, ooh, thank you. You think I can sing well? She's like, so give me an audition of a good singer. I mean, you know, I'm Filipino. We can all carry a tune.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm gonna put it out there. Anybody who saw that episode, I'm gonna tell you right now, we can all carry a tune. Okay, we do stuff for TV. Okay, anyway, so I sang a good song, and then she emailed me back and she's like, to tell you the truth, it's a little sharp. And I was like, oh. Excuse me. I have sang that song for auditions for 15 years. Excuse me, and I've only booked one musical. I guess that's why. Okay, never mind. Okay, so I didn't. So she's like, send me a bad performance.
A bit, right.
And I'm like, all right, cool. And so I sang Yummy by Justin Bieber. And I posted that, so you can see it. You can see my audition tape. And she emailed me back and she said, I laughed out loud. Thank you. Right. And then probably 2 or 3 days after I did that video, the casting directors from the show contacted me on email and were like, send us another video. And then I sent another series of videos. But at that point, when I dropped the Yummy video, you know how like when you do an audition, you're like, I got this. Like I knew that I was going to get on the show after the casting director, you know, commented back that it was a great audition. So so then when I got on the show, I mean, it was all, you know, secretive, and it was done during the quarantine. So that's why I brought it up. I got tested, you know, 2 weeks before I got on set for rehearsal. Then I got tested another before I got on set for rehearsal. Then we got another test when we got on set, and they had rapid testing. They had this long testing. And then you had to get temperature checks at every point, and it was locked down. I mean, you felt safe because you knew that everybody was checked, you know. So I was able to just perform because everybody had it in the background. Even there's jokes about it in the show about how it is the pandemic, but it was probably one of the best experiences, because after, you know, when you do a show where stand-up comedians do karaoke and then they give you the title, the Karaoke King, and then Ken Jeong at the end of your performance says, hey, are you really the Karaoke King? And I go, yes. And I talk about the show, and they put that clip on national television, and they basically empower me to tour my show wherever I want. Look, man, it's, again, what can I say? It's just but a blessing. I can't say anything other than that, because I mean, yes, of course, I did the showcase. I put that all together. I created and cultivated the relationship with the casting director. You know, I did the work. You know, you have to still do the work. And yes, it was very lucky that it all was able to come together the way it did. But I still think about it, and you know, this is just me being, you know, sour grapes. I still think about what this October would have been had we not been in a pandemic. You know, I'd be in Chicago, really the Karaoke King, in, you know, on stage with people, you know, celebrating not only just this victory of this election, but just the whole thing. You know, it would have been a totally different type of experience. And that's part of why I'm so happy that, again, it's all come together. We're here to celebrate now.
It's a great day.
Yeah, there's definitely going to.
Yeah.
There's definitely going to be a time where we could do that all together again.
Absolutely.
Definitely, for sure.
It's going to be huge.
We've got Ed Malillan, RiseAndShineFAC here with our good friend Eric Esteban. We've got, we're going to ask one last question, and then we're going to get to Q&A from our audience. So, Eric, we've talked about what a historic day it is. We've talked about what a great day it is in America. Obviously, FilAm Creative, we're a nonprofit organization. We're not here to endorse candidates, but I think exactly. But I think watching our program, you can kind of get a feeling as to where we're leaning politically. Eric, I'll close with this. As Filipinos, I know that a lot of us, we might have family, we might have friends who are part of the 48% who voted for Donald Trump. And we're here to, we're at a point now in our nation where, we're going to have a new president. We're going to be asked to heal together as a nation. What do you have to say if you have a friend, a family member, someone you care about who did not agree with you politically? What can you say to bring harmony, to bring peace, to bring togetherness back into our social media, into our lives, into our friendships?
Okay, first, I'm going to warn y'all, none of my family and like none of my immediate family supported him. That's what I'll say first. And also, I have blue hair. And I have Joe Biden and Kamala Harris in a victory pose, putting me in a pyramid.
Putting you in that, yeah.
So to ask a person who's been partisan all his life to be a unifier, it is very hard for me to fathom why anybody would support this guy. It's not even just, it's not political. It's not political. It's a morality thing for me, because racism isn't okay, no matter what.
Absolutely.
No matter what.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And what I would say to our kababayan who supported him is, you really need to take a look at yourself, because there's a reason why you supported this guy. And when all the dust settles and everybody's done and he probably goes, wherever he's going to go, you really got to look at yourself. And we all do. We all do have to look at ourselves, because the way that we interact with each other online, the way that we talk to each other online, you can't just immediately go to, oh, you're tanga, or you're stupid, or you're this, or you're that.
Exactly.
Everybody has stuff to contribute.
To respect.
And I'm not going to discount the Filipino Trump supporters and say that they're stupid, or they're this, or they were fooled, or they were that. I will just say from my standpoint that I cannot understand why you would support a guy like that. Somebody who would put kids in cages, somebody who would separate people from their families. We all saw the videos, we all saw the pictures, we all saw what he's done to this country for the past, 4 years.
A while.
It's very hard for me to be sympathetic now. It's
right.
But that said, we are all Americans. We are all Americans, and we do have to come together as, even if not as all Americans, as Filipino Americans, because there's still just but a few of us when it really comes down to it in comparison to the overall population. And we really do have to stick together. And I've been a victim of some of the animosity online, because of the videos. Y'all really need to take a debate class, really, because I coach debate. And it's really serious.
I was in it in high school, yeah.
Yes, I think in college they call it
Constitution before you come at me, because I'm
U.S. history, yes.
And you will need therapy after I'm done with you. I'm just don't.
Yeah, I think in college debate is called.
Okay, the last thing I'll say to the Filipino Trump supporters is this: y'all want peace? don't come at me in the comment threads because I'm gonna make you feel bad about yourself. Okay? That's real.
Oh man, love it, love it.
Wow, preach, man, preach.
Preach. So this
Which is real.
is a
Y'all lost. Okay? Y'all lost. Now I'm gonna be real. I don't care. I don't want him to concede. I want them to drag him by his fake hair out the White House screaming. That's what I want. Because Trump's torment is my pleasure.
we want to thank our very good friend Eric Esteban for being on our show today. We do have Q&A coming up, so he's not going anywhere. Don't worry, his passion is not going anywhere.
It is my pleasure.
His pleasure to do your Q&A is coming anywhere.
The walls are closing in. The walls are closing in.
All right, we want to bring out our executive director, Ronnie, who's going to do our giveaway. We do have to pay the bills, so we do have to thank our sponsor, who is Justin Ferranda from Hi-Fi Kitchen. If you are in historic Filipino town, Los Angeles, California, please give a visit to our good friend Justin Ferranda, who supports FilAm Creative, and eat his delicious food. Can we get the fabulous Ronnie, our executive director, to come back out here? And Ronnie, do we have a winner for our giveaway?
We do have a winner. First off, Eric, thanks so much. I am shaking from just like happiness rage. Is that a thing? You've incited the happiness
I like that.
rage.
Can we hashtag that happiness rage?
I am like, I think it's Tagalog. It's called like ngigil. When you're like in Google, I'm just like, oh my God, yes. Thank you for saying what everyone has been thinking. All right, you guys, we're gonna pick our Instagram winner from for the gift certificate for Hi-Fi Kitchen. Thanks to our sponsor, Hi-Fi Kitchen, and Justin Ferranda. I hope you get whatever you want over there. I'm gonna make a strong recommendation for the Filipino spaghetti. All right.
Oh, that's always good. That's always good.
Mm-hmm.
So we got a winner. Drum roll.
I dropped it. Sorry. At Cedric Restario. Cedric, congratulations. Thank you for following us on Instagram, on Creative and Rise and Shine. You're part of an elite club. I love it. Cedric, send us your information in a DM. I promise I won't give it to anybody except for Justin, who will make your gift card. Thanks again, Eric.
All right. Congratulations.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you, Ronnie. One last time, we do want to plug our good friend Justin Ferranda in historic Filipino town for Hi-Fi Kitchen. Some of the best Filipino food that you will ever have. Please support him. Also, just a quick reminder that FilAm Creative produces Rise and Shine. Please consider donating a couple of bucks to us on Venmo at FilAm Creative. And now, as promised, we have Q&A with our very passionate friend, Eric Esteban. Let's see, what do we got here? Rex, why don't you go first? What's our, what do we got here?
Okay, we got a few. Yeah, we got a few questions coming in on Facebook. Thank you, guys. Thank you for showing your support here. And
and thanks for watching. Yes.
Oh yeah, we got to. Yeah, for sure. We got a first question here. So Eric, the question is, how, you talked about this. How did your material change in the last 4 years? Now, given that, the state of the country has given you fuel as a comedian. But the question is, how did your material change in the last 4 years?
That's funny. I had a video that I did for one of my first performances at the Ice House, and it was called Donald Trump Daddy Daycare because
Pasadena.
I wrote a joke about how my daughter was watching MSNBC with me, and she would make me build a Lego wall around her, and she was becoming a Trump supporter, and she didn't allow Princess Jasmine or Pocahontas behind the wall. I was like, oh no, right? And then I also mentioned.
Oh wow!
I also mentioned that they were removing the Trump star on Hollywood Boulevard because people were pooping on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I never
Yep.
really wanted to poop in public, but I'm kind of compelled to now, right? So those were the first jokes that I wrote about Trump, and I posted those online during the 2016 election, right? And when he got elected, I'll be 100% honest with you guys, I was consumed with fear. I was scared that he was gonna, like, you know, Gestapo police, like, look for people who were talking bad about him and put them in jail. That was like my initial response to his election, right? And then I stopped because I was about to delete that video. And then there was a moment right after that, and I saw the Women's March, and I said, no, you know what? No, I am not gonna delete this video because I'm still living in America and I still have a voice. And if this guy's gonna scare me, if this dummy who bankrupted casinos in the 90s is gonna scare me, then I need to look at myself, right? And so I said, and then I did one of those dumb, you know, paragraph long posts that nobody reads on Facebook, and then I posted the video, and I said, I'm not gonna delete this video. And so from that point on, but a week after the election, I decided I'm gonna write all these Trump jokes and I'm gonna get them, right? And I was at the Belly Room at the Comedy Store.
Yeah.
And nobody wanted to hear any Trump jokes, no matter what it was, because everybody was so depressed.
Wow.
Everybody was so, like, the jokes were, I went over my set with all the comics backstage before, because I knew they were all new and I hadn't tested them out yet. So I wanted to test them out on somebody, and all the comics were like, that's fire. It's going to kill tonight. And it was not even just crickets. There were some people who were saying boo and get off the stage. It was the worst stand-up performance I'd ever had. But I understood that nobody wanted to hear anything about him at that point, right? So not that I threw those jokes out live, but I stopped doing Trump stuff. I didn't do Trump stuff for probably the first 2 years. And then as the election started going in 2018 and the blue wave, and then now, you know, I'm politically minded. So I'm all right, like, let's see what we can do. And then I got that message from Ted, and you know, the rest is kind of history, really. It's
just a quick point to that. I mean, just a quick point, Ed, before you ask the second question, is that you bring up the Belly Room in the Comedy Store. The Belly Room historically, and I've known this because they've got a great documentary on the Comedy Store right now on Showtime. The Belly Room is the room where Mitzi gave women a chance, a stage to perform their stuff.
Yep.
And so it's just ironic to me that you brought up the Belly Room, that you could even perform freaking Trump material because nobody wanted to hear it. Yeah, no, that was a stage.
It wasn't, and like I said, the response, you could tell. It was almost like there were some people who wanted to giggle because they needed to laugh. And then there were some people who just didn't even want to hear his name. And then of course I've since of course sprinkled back in the jokes and wrote new jokes and obviously the videos, and it's now, I think, when Rex and I talked, right? Rex said you always have to be dangerous with your stand-up comedy, and that's the lesson. If I'm gonna learn, that's the lesson I'm going to learn from all of this, is to stay dangerous with your stand-up comedy. And so I'm going to be dangerous and stay dangerous and passionate AF forever.
Amen. Amen.
Yeah, go ahead, Ed.
We've got a question from one of our big supporters, Arlene in the Valley. Hi, Arlene. She's on Facebook right now. Is there a clip of where I can see your voice spot? And, you know, actually, while we're on that, Eric, why don't you share where we can follow you on Instagram and your YouTube channel?
Follow me at
socials.
Miscellaneous Brown. Miscellaneous Brown. One word. Miscellaneous Brown. I'm at 1999 followers. And whoever's the 2000th follower, I'm for real. whoever's the 2,000 follower, I'll send you a Miscellaneous and Brown T-shirt.
Arlen, did you
Do
hear
it,
that?
Arlen. Do it, Arlen.
Do it.
Be
Get the shirt.
Do
Get the
it.
shirt, Arlen.
Get the shirt. You'll be the
And then
2,000.
Arlen, I'll take a picture of you with this shirt. And there you go.
Yeah.
They're on order, so they're gonna be a while. But I've got them printing, and as soon as I get it, I will mail it out to whoever the 2,000 follower is on Instagram. Heck,
All right,
I'll
well-
mail it to the first. No, I don't want to do that. I'm gonna give them all away. No, I'm not doing that. Never mind.
Well, ask and you shall receive from Rise and Shine. And from
That's
Eric
right.
Esteban.
That's
Rex,
right.
I think we have time for one more question. Rex, what you got there?
Okay, let's see here. Okay, well, don't want it to be too long though, but the person is asking, are you going to be having any virtual shows? You might have made mention of this earlier, but are you planning on probably doing a virtual show maybe later this year or early part of next year?
Yeah, I was planning on maybe doing a Karaoke King Christmas special on virtual in December.
Yes!
And have a few. Yeah, I mean, why not, right? Because if nothing else, to just keep me in people's and my comedy in people's heads, and yeah. So I'm planning on that. I'll probably try and reach out to Rex and JR and a few more FilAm comedians and have a nice karaoke comedy Christmas.
Oh man, you got to do your
So watch out for that, and follow me on Facebook, Eric Esteban Comedy. You can follow me on Twitter at Eric Esteban, and again on Instagram at Miscellaneous Brown.
And please do your rendition of Bryan Adams' Summer '69, please, on the show. That would.
First of all, I want to sing it well. Okay, first of all, I can sing that song well. That's the thing. Okay, they told for TV they always tell you.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm the bad singer.
I know.
They're like, we need you to know. We need to know that you're a bad singer. And at first they gave me "Take My Breath Away."
Oh God!
My elimination song was going to be "Take My Breath Away," and I was like, "Oh, that's perfect because it's way too high." So
Yes,
as long as I sing it at her register, I'm good. But Summer '69 was so easy to sing. I mean, that's an easy song to sing.
It is. It's a
Bryan Adams here. I mean, come on.
Bryan Adams, man.
Right. But
Can't be
so
that
they
bad.
told me to soup it up. They told me to make it worse. So
Oh my God!
That's good.
What's the first words? I forgot.
I got.
Oh yeah, I forgot. It has that. It starts off on that '80s type of guitar riff at the very beginning.
Yeah, I know. I can hear the guitar riff in my dreams.
Yeah. Wow.
No, you know what? I also
Wow.
have a video of me singing "Summer of '69" on YouTube. You can watch too, because look, I don't sing that bad.
No, you don't. Ladies and gentlemen, I could attest to this because I first met Eric when I spoke to this with John. I first met Eric when he did Magna Rubio. And in the play itself, they all sing. And it's live. And it's not an English song. It was a traditional Tagalog folk song. And so to hear our good friend Eric, along with his castmates and the Mono singing live for 6 shows a week, okay, that's ability. That's
So now
I'm just
you
saying.
just
I'm just
say-
saying.
I am the best actor. I'm gonna take it.
Take it.
Because Trump
Take it.
didn't want to count the votes either. So I'm going to say Television Academy, don't count the votes of the Emmys. I win. Best actor. For I Can See Your Voice, Karaoke King. Okay? I win.
That's classic. That is so good.
Please come back on our show.
Of course, man. Of course.
So good, man. So good. So good. Eric, thank you, man, for coming out. I appreciate your support, man. I've been a big fan of yours ever since we started working together.
I've been a
many
big
years
fan of
ago,
yours ever
so.
since we met, bro.
Oh yeah, ladies and gentlemen, there are stories, but we won't get into that. But anyway,
That's not family friendly.
thank you again. It's not family friendly, man. But hey, thank you, man, for really supporting us. You've been a really treat. And again, on this historic day in America, what better way to spend it with you, bro? What better way to spend it with you, man?
What
So,
better way, man?
Thank you so
guys for
much.
this. Thank you guys for this. This was wonderful.
Yes, we want to definitely thank Eric Esteban. I personally, one last time, Thank you for this shirt.
Many
And,
times.
please come back.
Thank you for
anytime.
that shirt. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Please come back anytime. Just one last reminder: we're a non-profit. Please consider giving £5 at FilAm Creative Venmo.
Donate $5 to FilAm Creative and then $5 to John Ossoff.
There it is.
Yes.
There it is.
Yes.
All right. Well,
Yes.
I want to thank my very good friend Rex Ampaga, Kami,
Thank you, man.
Ronnie, Jeremiah backstage. We have one last person that we have to bring out. She's kind of a downer. Maybe she's a little more excited today. I don't know. Eric, thank you one last time. Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring her out. Where are you, Veronica?
Today, I'd like to start by reading a quote from Ernest Hemingway, as featured on the popular movie Seven by David Fincher. Ernest Hemingway said, "The world is good and worth saving, and I believe the second part." All right, I'm supposed to read the credits now.
Yeah, that's what you're hired to do. That's what you're hired to do.
We're gonna leave. Yeah.
This is a good day. This is a good day, guys. I'm celebrating.
It's a
Rise
great day.
and Shine, Rise and Shine with FilAm Creative.
Thanks,
was
Eric.
created by Edward J. Malilan and Rex A. Sampaga. Rise and Shine with FilAm Creative was produced by Ed and Rex, like together. Rise and Shine with FilAm Creative was written by Edward J. Malilan and Rex A. Sampaga. Rise and Shine with FilAm Creative stars Kami and Ronnie, and they're both friends for some reason, with Edward J. Malilan and Rex A. Sampaga. What does it say? Rise and Shine with FilAm Creative's technical director is Jeremiah, and he's a friend of Ed and Rex and some other people, I think. And finally, we'd like to thank today's guest, Eric Esteban. Eric, we're probably the best part of the show. Here's to you. Here's to that blue wave.
Blue Wave.
Everything Eric says is 100% true. As long as you don't fact check it, it's 100% true. He did win
Fact
that
check
Emmy,
it.
guys. He did win that Emmy. Fact check everything but the Emmy thing.
Fact check everything but the Emmy.
Fact check everything with the Emmy. You're a winner in our book, Eric. And if you want to follow this show online, you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and all of those other places that you waste your time on at RiseAndShineFAC. And my name is Veronica. Congratulations, America. And you've just watched an episode of Rise and Shine with FilAm Creative with Edward J. Malilan and Rex A. Sampaga.
Woo!
Hey everyone, Rex here with Rise and Shine. Did you know that you have not one, not two, but 3 different ways you can check out the show every week? New episodes drop every Tuesday on our YouTube channel at RiseAndShineFAC. And you can listen to this podcast dropping every Wednesday by downloading Rise and Shine wherever you find your favorite podcasts. And if you want to watch us produce the show live, don't forget that we tape on Saturday mornings on Facebook Live, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So that's 3 ways you can improve your Rise and Shine diet every week: YouTube Tuesdays, Podcast Wednesdays, and live every Saturday on Facebook. Thanks again for watching and listening to Rise and Shine.
Rise and Shine. Hey guys, it's Ed. Thanks for listening today. And did you guys know that Rise and Shine is part of the FilAm Creative umbrella and that we're a registered nonprofit? And as a nonprofit organization, FilAm Creative depends on generous donations from fine folks like you to help us to continue to produce great programming like Rise and Shine. Please consider making a donation to help produce shows like Rise and Shine. Our Venmo is at FilAm Creative. That's at FilAm Creative. And if you don't do Venmo, but you still want to donate a few quid to us, then drop us an email at RiseAndShineFAC@gmail.com. That's RiseAndShineFAC@gmail.com, and we'll help you out. We at Rise and Shine appreciate your generosity. Every dollar helps.
Hey, Rex here with Rise and Shine, and I want you to do something for me. Help support Rise and Shine by liking, subscribing, and following the show online. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, all under at RiseAndShineFAC. So follow the show on all social media platforms on all one word at RiseAndShineFAC. Thanks again for all the love and support, and tell all your friends about Rise and Shine.
Rise and shine. This is Kami. I hope you're enjoying the show. Did you know we have a mailing list? And did you know that you can contact us if you want to say hello to Ed, Rex, Ronnie, Veronica, or even me? Just send us an email at RiseAndShineFAC. That's one word spelled out, RiseAndShineFAC@gmail.com. Again, that's RiseAndShineFAC, all spelled out, @gmail.com. Join our mailing list so you can be the first to find out about the latest Rise and Shine news.
Rise and shine. Hey everyone, this is Ed, and I got a question for you. Did you know that Rise and Shine is only one of the many things produced by FilAm Creative? That's right, FilAm Creative has been producing great stuff, like Rise and Shine, for over 10 years. If you want to learn more about the premier Filipino American organization that has been the #1 advocate for the Asian American entertainment community for over a decade, then visit our website at filamcreative.org. That's filamcreative.org. Learn more about the organization that produces your favorite show, Rise and Shine.
Hi, this is Walter Boholst. I'm proud to be one of the co-founders of FilAm Creative and serve as a member of the board of directors. In case you didn't know about us, I'd like to share with you our mission statement. FilAm Creative Incorporated educates and advocates for the Filipino American entertainment community and all looking for a collaborative workspace in order to achieve greater representation and career advancement. Although we're based in Southern California, FilAm Creative's reach can be felt worldwide. If you're interested in joining us behind the scenes to produce or promote our many programs and initiatives, visit our website at filamcreative.org. That's filamcreative.org. And contact us to learn how you can join our cause. For students, we also have internships available for you to gain valuable experience. Visit us to learn more at filamcreative.org.
Rise and shine. Hey guys, it's Ed. Thanks for listening today. And did you guys know that Rise and Shine is part of the FilAm Creative umbrella and that we're a registered nonprofit? And as a nonprofit organization, FilAm Creative depends on generous donations from fine folks like you to help us to continue to produce great programming like Rise and Shine. Please consider making a donation to help produce shows like Rise and Shine. Our Venmo is at FilAm Creative. That's at FilAm Creative. And if you don't do Venmo, but you still want to donate a few quid to us, then drop us an email at RiseAndShineFAC@gmail.com. That's RiseAndShineFAC@gmail.com, and we'll help you out. We at Rise and Shine appreciate your generosity. Every dollar helps.
Rise and shine. Hey guys, Ronnie here. I know my sister Veronica likes to mess with the crew, but we all really work hard to produce a quality program for you. Rise and Shine is produced by FilAm Creative in association with RAS Music Group and Millennius LLC. Rise and Shine is written, created, produced, and hosted by Ed Malillan and Rex Sampaga. It also features Veronica Canyeso, Kami Koyamko, and me, Ronnie Canyeso. I'm also our show's stage director, which isn't easy when you gotta keep Ed and Rex in check. And finally, our amazing technical director is Jeremiah Castro. Thanks for tuning in every week to FilAm Creative's #1 show, Rise and Shine.